All right, this is kind of two tips in one, because the first thing I want to do is show you how to tether your camera so when you shoot, it goes straight into Lightroom. Well, first, what's the advantage of that? Why would you even want to do that? Well, it's because most of our decisions are made on a screen this big. In fact, I don't think any of us have a cell phone screen that is as small as the screen on the back of our cameras that we make all these critical decisions about sharpness and light and everything else. So being able to see it on your laptop screen or on your desktop computer screen is a huge advantage. Everything comes in as an 8x10 or 11x14, so that's great. But I want to show you a tip then once we've done that inside of Lightroom that will make your white balance problems go away. So first, to tether your camera, you're going to need a cable. It's usually a mini USB cable. It's a cable with mini USB, the small little USB plug on one end, and a regular USB on the other to plug into your computer. So you take the mini side and you plug it into the side of your camera. So we're just going to pop it in this little spot on the side here. Let's put it the right way. It makes a difference. There we go. So now it's one side's attached to the camera. The other side simply gets attached to the USB port on your computer. All right, so let's just plug that in over here. Now, once you've done that, you're going to go to Lightroom. All right, we're going to go under the File menu, under Tethered Capture, and you're going to choose Start Tethered Capture. So this is basically what tells Lightroom, okay, we're going to shoot straight from the camera into here. And it wants you to give the session a name, so this just helps you keep track of it. You get to name the images if you want. Choose which folder you want them to go into. If you want to add your copyright information, so it's kind of like a small version of Lightroom's regular import dialog, and then you just click OK. And it brings up this floating window here. Now, the floating window, as long as you see the name of your camera, and we're shooting a D7000, and it actually shows the D7000. In other words, it would say no camera detected, which means you need to check your connection. Something's probably not plugged in correctly. But in this case, it sees it no problem, and it shows you what the camera settings are. This little button over here actually fires the camera and will take a shot, which isn't really necessary. But I do want to give you a couple of tips. One tip is, if you hit this little gear over here, it brings back up the tethered capture window, so if you want to make any changes. Number two is if you click this, it closes. If you click the X here, it closes. But if you hold the Option key, it changes to a minus, and look, it makes a mini. I should call it mini tether. It makes a little mini version of it floating around here. And if you want to bring it back, hold the same key, and you notice instead of saying minus now it says plus. Hold the Option key on Mac, the Alt key on PC, and it recollapses back. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can develop presets here. If you have presets that you like, or maybe the ones that we just made earlier about the white balance, you can apply them automatically as the images come in. And one other shortcut, if you press Command-T on Mac or Control-T on PC, it leaves the tether running, but it hides the floating heads-up display. So to bring it back, same thing, Command-T on Mac or Control-T on PC. All right, we haven't gotten to the tip yet. That's just getting it set up. Okay, and it's actually pretty easy, right? Plug it into the camera, choose Tethered Capture, click OK, and all is well. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go to some images that we already took. All right? So what you're going to do is you're going to, at the shoot, let's move this a little bit out of the way. At the shoot, you're going to have your subject hold a gray card at the very beginning of the shoot. Now, if you're shooting a product shot or whatever, you're just going to put a gray card in here. So where to get a gray card? Any camera store. Walk in the camera store, I need a gray card. Boom, they sell them right to you. If you already have either my Lightroom book for digital photographers or my Photoshop book for digital photographers, in the back, I already put a tear-out gray card, so it saves you the money. It's already perforated. Just go to the back of the book, tear it out, and hand it to your subject. This is actually, this model, who's not looking very enthused here, is actually holding the Develop Module White Balance card from my book, the Lightroom book for digital photographers. Okay, now, here's all you have to do. You're going to go in here and click. Now you can see the white balance is horribly off here. It's just a mess. You're going to get the white balance tool. You're going to click it on this gray card, and it fixes the white balance in one click. So do you have to do that for every photo? Like every photo that you take in a photo shoot, as the image comes in, you have to go do this? I mean, I know it's only one click, but really, we have to do this for, what if we're shooting 300 shots, 400 shots? No. That's the trick. That's what all this has been leading up to. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go up here to the floating heads-up display. You see where it says develop settings? This is where you can apply a preset. It also lets you do something else that's really, really helpful. You're going to go in here and choose same as previous. So what that means is when we bring the next photo in, it'll automatically do whatever we just did to the previous photo. Well, what did we just do to the photo? We fixed the white balance. So when you take the next shot, the white balance is already fixed. So let me give you an example. So here's our first shot. And then once you've applied same as previous, when you take the next shot, it already comes in. And the next shot, and the next shot. All the shots already come in with the white balance already completely set and ready to go. It's not that awful blue anymore. Now it's already pre-white balanced when it comes in the camera. So I know it took a little getting to, but a couple of things. Number one, I really want you to try this tethered shooting. If you try it once, it will make your photography better, because now you're not making decisions based on a little tiny square. Now you're seeing things as an 8x10 or 11x14 or bigger. You'll be amazed at the things you'll catch. You won't take any more shots that aren't sharp, because you'll see right on screen, ooh, it's a little out of focus, and you can retake the shot right there. So you're not going to wind up with that heartbreak of having the best shot of the day being just a little soft, because you'll be able to see everything at full size. And if you try this same as previous trick, now your white balance problems go away.